Ooh. Yeah. So it's on. The Legend of Zelda casting. As I said in a previous video, so what? A pretty blonde girl is Zelda. That's the princess of the land of Hyrule, fictional world of Hyrule. And Link's a white boy. And let me see. Are they gonna? Hey, Tula. Okay. Here we go. Okay, now we're on. Okay. Hey, two. Are you coming up too? Hey, I love you. I know. I'm rubbing Bella's belly. Yeah. You like your belly rubbed too, huh? Yeah. We're together. Mwah. I love y'all. Oh, it's okay, Bea. Okay, watch out, dude. Hold on. Come here. Now you're up. Yeah. Yeah. You don't need to be jealous of other puppies. You're cute on your own. Yeah. Tula, you don't have to be, no one has to be jealous. Look, we're all in this together and we all love each other. Okay? So, okay. I love you too. I love you too, love. You're my love ruler. Mm. To my chutula. Mm. Chutula. Little puppy is happiness. Mm. Chutula. Yeah. Oh, Shizu. My ancient love moon. Mm. Little honey flower. Oh, hey. Hey, there you go. Oh. You came up the stairs to say hello, huh? Okay, too. Yeah. So, you want to come up again? Okay. If you want to just lay with me, that makes you feel better. Yeah, if you like that. That's fine. You see Bella too, huh? Um, so there was controversy about Zelda casting. Oh, okay. A beautiful young blonde girl is Zelda, and the white boy is Link, and even I don't know what race Ganon is, because he's like Gerudo, so that's like kind of a weird, almost like an alien race in the game. I suppose that there's a man, he's a Gerudo man, but men are not born that often because uh, Gerudo society is like an Amazonian type society, and they mostly just keep women that rule the Gerudo society. But then occasionally there's a man born because it's not a lesbian society. So, it's not like a gay society, right? So they have to procreate, but it's not their main mission, I guess, in the Gerudo society. So, yeah. Gerudo are kind of like gypsies, kind of like thieves. And yeah, they're kind of like marauders. So I guess they made the Gerudo nicer in the subsequent games, a little bit friendlier, just misunderstood, but still a desert mountainous people and kind of tribal, and that's how Gerudo. I guess Gerudo are like Amazonian Arabs. I'm just making something up, but yeah. I don't know if they have red skin, or do they just have regular? In the older games, Ganon would have like red skin, or he'd have red hair, and then he'd have different skin. than the Hyruleans, than the Helians. I mean, so anyways, it'll be interesting to see what, if they make Gerudo multiracial or they make it just one color. I'm not sure. So, yeah. If it's a black man, I'm not going to be like, I would be pretty surprised, I guess. But I mean, I don't really care. So, yeah, I know. I've seen that Idris Elba as Ganon. I know I've seen that like a million times. Yeah, that's funny. And Tom Holland as Link. I wouldn't want to see Tom Holland as Link. I think that's he's too old anyway, right? Yeah. So. And that's since he's all in the Spider-Man and the Marvel movies. I mean, it's like that would be like Tom Holland overload. Yeah, I like it that they cast younger actors so they can have a franchise, and also they do that because they're relatively unknown. So it's like they only got a few titles under their belt. Only a few things that they've done. So, all right, it's another hot as hell day in Houston, Texas. Let's go ahead and look at some of these selections here. If we will. Okay, let's look at Zelda herself. Bragason, huh? Bragason? That looks like she's a former child actress. Is she still a child? I don't know if she's 15, 16, 17. Wow. All right. They always show this picture because she looks like illustrious right here. Like hair blowing in the breeze. Like she looks majestic. This is like a majestic shot. Yeah. So that's why they do that one. The majesticness. Yeah. I know why they chose that picture. Because that's her most majestic picture. This picture, she just looks like. She's in a vampire show? There you go. Ooh. Did the vampire. Let's go back to majestic. Ooh. Go back to the majestic style. And Bragason. They probably thought it was a tranny. Oh wow, she's fine, huh? Oh, okay. They got a handsome kid, and they got a cute girl, and then there you go. That's Zelda and Link. Yeah, that's really smart. So they're thinking about maybe getting a franchise going or something. See how the first movie goes. And yeah, does she have shimmering blue eyes? Really? Wow. Oh, okay. Oh, she has green eyes. Oh, she has different contacts or what? Holy shit! Wow. This is majestic. We're going back to majestic again. We're all about that majesty. That's what we're really all about. Bragason, is she like 16? She's only 17. When she gets right to you, she's old enough for me. No, she's 21 years old. Oh, man. She's drinking age. Look at that. Chichester, United Kingdom. She's going to have a nice English accent, too. Awesome. Okay. You thought she was jailbait. When you get old, you think that everybody's jailbait. When you get over 40, you think that everybody that looks young is you just assume that they're underage, right? Yeah. I just assume that just for my personal, so I don't go to jail or anything. I just assume that any young-looking face is like under 18. Okay, so here's the Link dude. Benjamin Evan Ainsworth. Benjamin, that's very There might be Benjamins in that are named in America, but that's a very British name. So he did a Star Trek skit. Hey, he can be in Star Trek too. Start a new franchise. He can play Pike or Kirk. I don't know. This one he kind of looks kind of gangster, huh? Okay, so then there's Miss Majesty, and then there's Bo Bragason. She's something to brag about. And then you have this dude, Benjamin Evan Ainsworth. That's his like hard. That's his panty dropping look right there. Like that's his cold stare. Like I'm gonna drop some panties. Yeah, that's how he gets like. That's his like mean dog face. That's pretty cool. That's the face. He's gonna give the eat shit look to like Ganon in the movie. This is Miyamoto. I am pleased to announce that for the live action film of The Legend of Zelda, Zelda will be played by Bro Bragason-san and Link by Benjamin Evan Ainsworth-san. I am very much looking forward to seeing both of them on the big screen. The film is scheduled to be released in theaters on May 7th, 2027. Thank you for your patience. Yeah. All right. That's Shigeru Miyamoto, the creator of The Legend of Zelda and Super Mario Brothers as well. So, wow. So, so ever since the Super Mario movie hit in the early 90s and the absolute shit show disaster that it was because of the Nintendo had a loose attitude about its products. As long as it was getting paid, it didn't give a fuck. So it was like, okay, yeah, you can have this IP, but do whatever you want. Just I don't know if they gave instructions. I guess from a business perspective, they wanted to have their cut. Like we get however many dollars from this, and so they kind of let the directors and these people were developing a post-apocalyptic Blade Runner type movie, and so these people were instructed to make a Super Mario Brothers movie with the movie they already had going on, and so they made this weird noir Super Mario Brothers movie with like Bob Hoskins and John Leguizamo, and even though Luigi's supposed to be Italian, he's not Latino. But anyways, but whatever. He doesn't even grow a mustache in the movie. Oh well, he was all right as like Luigi. I mean, I guess a Latino can pass as an Italian. I guess. Yeah. So, but Bob Hoskins was a Briton and he's playing Mario, but he looked perfect. He was fat. He had a mustache, and he was pretty good Mario. Then it had the really hot chick played Princess Peach, Daisy, Princess Toadstool. It was Samantha. Yeah. She was hot. Yeah, she was like eye candy back in the day in the 90s. Is it Samantha Mathis, I want to say? Is that who it is? And yeah, that's her name. Right. Oh, now she's old. But back in the day, she was like the starlet. She was like the peach. 55 years old, May 12th, 1970. Okay. So, all right. Now she's old. Yeah, you look at pictures of yourself and you're like really young one year. And then one day you might look in the mirror. And then one day you might look at your pictures and be like, man, I'm fucking old now. Yeah. It's better than being dead, right? So, yeah. You know that it's better than death. Oh. Yeah, she was a peach back in the day. Princess Peach, literally. And she was hot, like eye candy. Samantha Mathis. Yeah. I was like, dang, she's hot. Like in every movie I saw. I was like, hey, she would have been Zelda. Probably like if they made a Zelda movie back in the day. Maybe. No, she's not British, yeah. Dun, dun. I assume she's American. Oh, there's like a young picture of her. Ah, Samantha Mathis. Yeah. So they made this Super Mario Brothers movie, and like it was not really a Super Mario Brothers live action movie. It was like Super Mario Brothers meets Blade Runner, some post-apocalyptic, I don't know, some kind of sci-fi noir kind of deal. And it was like cyberpunk or something, and it just didn't work. And so, oh, that's when she was like fresh out of the fucking high school. Oh my god, she was unleashed from the high school. Oh, her boyfriend was River Phoenix. Oh, he overdosed on drugs. Oh, it's tragic. I didn't know that was her boyfriend. It's tragic. They didn't even get to have a baby together. Hmm. That's sad. Uh, yeah. So she was like the toast of the town back in the day, and she was quite the dish in her time, right? As they say in Titanic. I used to be quite the dish. Oh, yeah, that's true. So they had this horrible Super Mario Brothers movie, and it left Super Mario Brothers, fans thinking like, what the fuck, and then also like the special effects weren't that good, and that was when Jurassic Park came out, and so it was just like a half-ass thing, and Bob Hoskins and John Leguizamo hated it so much they were like drunk for most of the production off Scotch whiskey, and that was probably pretty funny though. Them like getting fucking drunk 24/7 because they're in some shitty movie, and so it was a major bomb, and it pissed people off, and so it kind of Nintendo didn't really want to do movies for a very long time. So they only recently made the animated Super Mario Brothers movie, and they only recently started to entertain, start going ahead with a live action Zelda. It might be because Shigeru Miyamoto is older, and he might think he doesn't have that much time to do his vision. So that's the thing. If you're like a creative visionary, you might realize that you're mortal and you don't have that much time. So you might try to, you know, do a lot of stuff before you die. In other words, because you know that no matter how healthy you are, you're going to die. So one day everybody's going to die. And so maybe he's thinking, oh, like for his legacy, he would like to see before he passes away, like a Legend of Zelda movie. And it'd be a big hit. See his vision come to life and see his boyhood dreams come true. So that's probably what he's trying to accomplish, most likely. Um, I mean, besides, more money for another yacht or another house or whatever. Sure. Of course, there's the capitalistic profit motive. But, I think there's a deeper motive for Shigeru Miyamoto to spread the Legend of Zelda and the joy of the freedom of the wilderness when he was a boy exploring caves and the wilderness of Japan. And so he wanted to share that with the world. That's why he created Zelda, so he could share the utter childhood joy of exploration and um, how joyous these discoveries are, and how you can experience like a spiritual communion with nature, and so um, yeah. So that's why Zelda is so beloved, because like even if you're in the most ghetto hood, the most urbanized area, concrete neon jungle, and you don't have a lot of wilderness to explore, if you're like in the inner city or something, if you're a poor kid in the inner city, well, you could pop in Legend of Zelda, and then you can go on an adventure that otherwise you wouldn't be able to go on in your environment, unless you had the money, or you drove far away to go seek that out, or you have enough money to leave the inner city or the urban areas and go to the country and enjoy that lifestyle. So Yeah. So I'm happy about the casting. It looks pretty cool. Looks like Link is well hard. It looks well. They're both English, and yeah, it looks like that's pretty good. Uh, yeah, I don't know what they'll do with Ganondorf, the Demon King. I'm not sure. Uh, Ganon, the yeah, I don't know who they would cast. I mean, in a modern sense, like I guess Ganon was always kind of intimidating. So, I mean, definitely they should get somebody intimidating, right? Like somebody who looks like he could kick your ass physically, like um, Thanos, or so he'd probably be like muscular. I don't know if they'll cast an English person. So somebody who's physically intimidating, like don't mess with that dude. He could kick your ass, like physically intimidating. Yeah, he has a. So they'll probably pick an actor who's intimidating and who has a presence, and so yeah, somebody who can act in like so where people get physically ill when they see him, or that they get spooked out because the guy is so physically intimidating, and so you know, uh, yeah, I don't know who it's going to be. I guess we'll eventually find out who it is. But I don't know if Gerudo really has to be a white or be a Caucasian. Not that it even matters for that character, especially. So, but since Japan is a traditionalist culture, they probably are going to base it traditionally off the video games. And I think in the video games, he's been traditionally, um, I don't know, sort of an orange or red skin. Kind of has a strange ethnicity, so it's not really. It may not be an ethnicity that we have or race that we have in real life. So we'll see what they do with that. But I'm not going to get butt hurt if they pick a black man or something or whatever. Doesn't really. Don't really care about that one. I mean, I care about that the actor is good, in other words, and less about ethnicity and race and color and all that. Because in the different Zelda games, Ganon is portrayed in different forms, like sort of like Satan is in the Bible, and so usually evil can change forms, and it doesn't stay in its pure state, and so that's usually the nature of evil, is that it can wear many hats and many masks and still be evil to the core inside, and so that's the point of Ganon. He's very much like Satan. So good has to be a strong representation. It has to be declared, you know, like this is good, and then evil is always nefarious and ever changing, shifting because of the nature of the deception of evil. So yeah, looking good. Legend of Zelda. Am I going to go see it? You know, I don't know. That one might get my butt out, huh? Get my butt to the theater. Yeah. I used to work in movie theaters for like 5 years or so, and so I kind of thought I left that lifestyle behind. But if it's the right movie, you know, if it's something really, really fantastic, I might actually go see that Legend of Zelda. Even though you probably have to the amount of kids and preteens that you'd have to dodge in there is probably going to be significant. So, well, I guess you could wait until the crowds thinned out. You could wait like, um, doesn't that feel like would they release Legend of Zelda during the summer? I feel like that might be a Christmas release, just because it just seems like a Christmas movie in a way, like because it's English folklore and like it seems like a lot of families would go see it. So it seemed like it might be like the best film to put out during the Thanksgiving, Christmas holidays before the new year. So we'll see. Or they might want to make it a summer blockbuster popcorn. So we'll see what they. It seems like more like a Christmas release to me, but we'll see what happens. It might be they might release it in uh, April or May and try to just sweep up the summer and make some big dollars over the summer, the late spring and summer. So it's pretty cool. The Legend of Zelda. Yeah. Y'all want to see Majestic one more time? The Majesty of Princess Zelda. Oh man, here's the Majesty again. The Majesty. Oh, the majesticness. Now that's what I call majestic right there. Her Majesty, Princess Zelda. Oh my God! And you want to see? I know all the vampire boys out there want to see that. So there you go. That's for the vampire boys. I don't know who the vampire boys are, but you know who you are. For the vampire people out there. For the vampire people. All right. Well, that's it. The vampire boys and the vampire people, and then all of a sudden, like, yeah. Na na na.